Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about mouthpiece placement and why you shouldn't really worry about it so much. Um, I had a private teacher when I was young who didn't have me worry about mouthpiece placement. He always thought that my ear was more important than where exactly I put my mouthpiece. So I just kind of shoved it on there somewhere. And, most of the time I was pretty in tune just because of the way I was using my ear. I didn't worry too much about it. So I got used to just putting my mouthpiece on and not really thinking about the placement. So in terms of intonation, the placement doesn't really matter because you can lip up, you can lip down, you can use a lot of tools to adjust the tone with just your ear. And that's actually really good, because you want to use those in live circumstances. Sometimes the piano's a little out of tune or the guitar player's a little out of tune, but you always want to find a way to have your playing sit really well amidst the music that's happening live. It's great to be in tune, but if you're the only one who's playing an A440, it's not going to matter. It's really not going to matter. It's about what music is being played at that very moment. So I wouldn't worry so much about where your mouthpiece is placed, but more about where your pitch is placed. Sometimes the mouthpiece position can help with that. But I want to talk about something that you can do with mouthpiece placement other than pitch. So let me give you an example. So I'm going to pull out a little bit from where I'm normally set, and I'll just give you a quick example of how that might sound. So check this out. So that sounds pretty good. Now I'm going to push the mouthpiece in farther, farther than I normally do. Hopefully I don't screw up my cork. And what that'll make me do is I need to lip down a lot. Now this is something that I learned that George Garzone does a lot of. And he feels that it helps, fatten up the sound. Also, Kenny Garrett will shove his alto mouthpiece pretty far. So let's hear how that sounds. You hear the difference there? I think it's pretty remarkable. You kind of get more of a raw sound with the mouthpiece pushed in a little bit farther. It's almost like feeling like it's about on the verge of falling apart, but in a really good way, a really exciting way. So I generally like to keep my mouthpiece, between like somewhere in the middle between pushed in all the way and pulled out a lot, or what I consider be a lot. You see somebody like Lenny Pickett, he has his mouthpiece way off. Melissa Aldana sometimes, Michael Brecker, you look at their cork that's sticking out and sometimes it looks like a lot. So I'm like, this is me right here. That's what my setup looks like. I like keeping my mouthpiece pretty far on there, but not so far. I think I get a really good balance. So check this out. This is the balance that I strike. So So I think that's pretty good. You know, you get a little bit of that excitement and that rawness that I hear in a mouthpiece that's being shoved all the way in, and then you get a little bit more of the cleanliness and the consistency of having the mouthpiece a little bit farther out. I often find that my technical skills are better when I have the mouthpiece farther out. You know, it might be a strange thing to think about, but I find that I'm using less of my energy to adjust the pitch, and more of the energy to just be creative and let the ideas flow. Whereas I like the sound I get when I put the mouthpiece on farther anyway. So if I can find a balance between that, you know, sacrificing just a little bit of the fluidity I may or may not feel for the sound that I'm getting, because to me the sound is the most important part. You know, if it means you have to practice a difficult thing for a long time just so you get a good sound with chops, I think that's a it's well worth the struggle. It's well worth the work. So that's my thought here. If you have any other thoughts, please leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to address it or talk about it in another video. If you have any ideas for other videos I could do, yeah. Just in case you're wondering, I'm using a Florida link. This is kind of like I had it measured at between a 7-star and an 8. It's like right there between it. I'm using an Ishimori Woodstone 3.5 tenor reed on this with a Selmer lig. I am using a Mark 6 neck on an SBA. This SBA I think is 1951, 1952. I forget. It's a 49,000. And this neck is from a 94,000. I have a Mark 6 tenor, and it was suggested to me that I try putting a Mark 6 neck on an SBA to kind of even things out a little bit, because I love the sound I get from an SBA, and I feel like, especially for commercial stuff, having the Mark 6 neck on there kind of offers me a little bit more stability and consistency. Now, it took me a little while to get it done. It took me a while to get the feeling for this neck and the way that it responds, because I was so used to my SBA neck. But now I'm really starting to appreciate what it does for me. So, yeah, please leave a comment below, or make some suggestions for upcoming videos. And as I said in my last couple videos, I'm getting a new camera. Should be coming in tomorrow, and maybe by Monday I'll have some nice edited video content coming out. So please look forward to that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.